But you know what I mean, though. But do you know what I mean, though?
I mean, it was a good movie.
Oh,
Elvis.
That's not what I was talking about. But I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Okay. What did you think about it?
The movie. So, I mean, I sent you like my review of it. You know, I can read it if you want.
No,
if you can't remember,
you can. Shorten it up for. Okay,
so yeah, I'll just summarize it. So I thought it was a good movie. It wasn't as good as Bohemian Rhapsody. It wasn't as good as the what's it called? Not Dewey Cox. It's like the other one that's like Dewey Cox.
Oh, Dewey Cox.
I know.
It's not even based on a thing.
I know. It's something like
Walk the Line.
Yeah, Walk the Line. There you go. That one. It wasn't.
You don't want none of this, Dewey. Get out of here.
No, I think I do. I think I really do want that.
You're gonna have a lot of passionate, hot sex. Don't do it, Dewey.
I kind of want that. I kind of want that.
No, it wasn't like that. It was similar to Walk the Line, but Walk the Line was still better than Elvis, in my opinion. No. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Like Bohemian Rhapsody had a good cast, good acting, good songs. Obviously, Queen.
You just say that because you love Queen ever since you saw that movie.
And the speed of the movie was
you.
like the plot, the storyline, and the speed of the movie moved along pretty well. But Elvis, it was like introduction, and different things every single fucking like 2 minutes. What Tom Hanks is like, narrating the whole thing.
Yes, Mr. Presley.
Yeah, that type of shit. And I saw him standing by himself, and I went up to him, tapped with his king, and then we went to this other thing, and then mirrors and walking. You know what I'm saying? It was way too quick. Okay. The movie was still 2.5 hours long, but it's almost like they tried to.
It was 3.
No, it was 2.5. But they tried to do like a little bit of every single thing that happened to him in his life, and I was like, that is way too much. Okay. I really enjoyed the parts in the city when he went to go hang out with all the black people. I did enjoy that, but like it almost seemed like they tried to throw everything in at the same time. It's like this should have been a TV show or something.
Okay.
There's way too much in there.
Here's the deal. If I were to rank them off the 3 we just said, I think Walk the Line would be number 1. Elvis is number 2. And Bohemian Rhapsody can be 3. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
And just because I got into Elvis by myself in 5th grade, and I was just hooked. I'm a huge Elvis fan.
Right.
But I think Austin Butler, is that the guy's name who does the Elvis?
I don't know.
I think that's his name.
He's cute. It's a cute boy, which is weird, but it makes sense because Elvis.
Yeah. So I think he did phenomenal. It wasn't like Rami Malek put like ugly bucktooth fucking teeth and was like, cool.
Yeah. I know what you're saying for that.
He became Elvis, is what everybody would tell you. And if you read some reviews from people, they'll tell you Austin Butler as Elvis, 10 out of 10. But Baz Luhrmann, the director, I guess, of this movie, he gets a different rating.
Okay.
Which is lower. So I'm with you on it was all over the place, but at the same time, you like the Queen movie more because Queen's been around. Yes, we can say they've been around since like the late 70s till now. But the Freddie Mercury thing was like 20, not even like maybe 15 years of Freddie Mercury before he died.
When he was popular?
When Freddie Mercury was part of Queen.
Yeah, he was. I mean, it was like from 1969 or 70 or something like around there until about 1980, like 3.
So that's 10 years, right? Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to get at. You like Queen because yes, they had a 2-hour movie where they can get the big points, and that's that. Elvis, on the other hand, his life was like so out there, and he was like all over the place, so to say. But expanded from the late 50s to the day he died, the 70s. 77.
But it was barely even about
so
Elvis.
You're talking about 50, 60, 70. So that's 3 decades.
No, but listen, it was barely about Elvis. That was the thing. Like, sure, Elvis was like a huge part of it, but it was like oh, we're going to have the guy that helped promote you take up half the story. Like, he's the one that's going to be in the shots.
And I understand that, but, like, there is, like, 3 to 4 fucking Elvis movies out there.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's one with, like...
This is probably the best one.
There's one where Kurt Russell plays Elvis.
Oh, I heard about
that. If you hear the other ones, it's very, like, hey, the baby, how does it go with the hot baby, how... very, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, very gimmicky, like... And this one, it was... No, he wasn't the, it wasn't the, gimmicky shit. This guy fucking embraced it and watched it and researched and became Elvis.
And I liked the way he did it.
Yeah, he did great.
I really didn't like the directing, and that's probably what you're talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying,
But what I'm also
it was a good movie. It was, but I'm with you that some parts just felt too quick.
Yeah.
And a lot of the movies always tell you Elvis side, Elvis, Elvis, Elvis. They don't tell you nothing about Colonel Parker, what was going on behind the scenes. You have to read books, you have to read his autobiography to find out what Colonel Parker was fucking doing and how he was fucking over Elvis, like, immensely.
But they barely even mentioned it. They said, oh, well...
What are you talking about?
They barely even mentioned how he was fucking him over. He was saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to take these deals for him and be his promoter, and I'm going to take some money for myself to pay off my debts. They only mentioned that once.
That's what he was doing. He was gambling it away.
I know, but it was only a one-time thing. It wasn't like
he was taking more than a manager should.
Okay, I get it, but it wasn't like people were knocking on his door every other scene, being like, "Hey, where the fuck is my money?" type of shit, and it's making him feel like he needs to push Elvis harder. It was kind of like, oh, it's something in the back of your mind where this promoter was like, "Sure, I'll take the deal and I'll make this guy work like a workhorse and benefit from him, basically, by selling merchandise and shit." That was just something that was kind of like put on the back burner. I don't know.
I don't think so, because you're aware of it.
It was weird directing. We can disagree on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you feel about the music? Not the Elvis singing parts, but like where he goes into like some town that's very...
And there's background music.
Black populated.
I liked it. It was very...
You like that?
Yeah.
I just didn't feel like it fit the scenario.
You're talking about like the modern music.
There was
like
modern...
shit that came out like last year.
There was like a Doja Cat in there.
Yeah.
And I just like...
Yeah, that was kind of cringy.
It's kind of...
Yeah. When you're doing a biopic, you want to have the music of the time.
Or something similar.
Yeah. And they just threw dubstep in there sometimes.
Well, Doja.
Yeah, whatever. And
I cried at the end of that movie.
That's cute.
I'm serious, I did.
Because he died?
No. Because I'll tell you, I had a few teardrops here and there.
Yeah.
Because he just means a lot, man. To me, he means a lot. Like, this is a guy I fucking idolize and got into on my own out of nowhere in 5th grade, to the point where it's picture day, and I wore a leather jacket, and I did I think I did a weird curly thing with my hair, and the teacher was such an attitude. She's like, "Take that jacket off!" It's middle of August.
Yeah.
"Take that jacket off! It's as hot as summer!" And I was just like, okay. And I got
fuck you, Mrs. T, or whatever.
So, no, there was some times where the minute he starts singing in that stage, I'm like, oh my god. And then the ending hit me hard, where he sings, I think it's Unchained Melody.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, God.
Yeah.
Try to hold it in, and then I got in the vehicle and I started fucking tearing up.
I felt that way with Bohemian Rhapsody at the end. I mean, that's how it is with all biopics, though. It's always like that. If they did a Frank Sinatra one, they do My Way, for example.
Right. Real quick to wrap this up and get the show going. Because I think that's what we.
Oh my God! It's almost 10 minutes. Go, quick! Pitter patter.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
It's 3 decades. You can't fit it in a 3-hour movie.
Yeah.
I will say, if they were to do almost a 3-part it's Elon Musk.
Yeah.
If they were to do a 3-part thing, or even a 2-part 3-hour deal, have a sequel down the line, I think that could have worked. You know what I mean? His interaction with certain, Frank Sinatra, his interactions with Dean Martin, his interactions with, Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about the Alice Cooper thing?
No.
I guess he met Alice Cooper, met Elvis, and was like, here, take my gun. And, takes the gun, and he's like, put it to my head. And Alice Cooper puts it to his head, and he knows there's security guards. And now, I guess, from what I read, he goes, I could be the guy that killed Elvis. right here. And he goes, before I do anything, he just fucking does some karate shit and takes the gun from him. And all he says is like, and that's how you take a gun from a person. Like, did some karate move and like, that's how you stop someone with a gun.
Okay.
I know, you don't like it. Shit, it's so unprepared today. Hi, everybody, and welcome to About an Hour. I'm Cisco.
And I'm Josh.
And this is our podcast where we give you your weekly recap on what's going on in the news, nationwide and local, and nationwide and world. I keep saying wide in there. Anyways, let's begin because obviously we had to talk about movies so much. So the first one, we start off with an invasion to someone's private home.
Dun, dun, dun.
A federal judge on Friday unsealed a warrant authorized the search of former President Donald Trump, Mar-a-Lago estate, when the Justice Department, after conferring with Trump's attorneys, formally asserted the former president did not object to making the search warrant public. The warrant showed the former president is under investigation for possibly breaking 3 federal laws: removal or destruction of records, obstruction and investigation, and violating the Espionage Act. Federal agents retrieved boxes that include 11 sets of classified documents from Trump's Florida home, according to a property receipt released with the warrant. Some of the items had vague descriptors like binders of photos, a handwritten note, information about the, quote, President of France, end quote, and the executive grant of clemency for Trump ally Roger Stone, while about half of the other documents were classified. So these are the latest developments. The warrant signed by a federal magistrate that authorized FBI agents to search Mar-a-Lago seeks documents, records, contraband, fruits of crime, or other items illegally possessed in violation of gathering, transmitting, or losing national defense information. The investigators don't necessarily believe Trump is a spy. It is more likely the probe is focused on the careless handling of classified information, making it easier to be accessed by spies, attorney said, and the inventory. About half of the documents taken from Mar-a-Lago had confidential, secret, or top secret classifications.
Yeah, so I didn't read too much about this, but I do know that all classified documents can't be on let's just say
in the public's eye.
Well,
easy to access.
On civilian property, because it can be easily stolen or whatever, right? Like, oh, I know that Trump's house in Mar-a-Lago isn't as well protected as the Pentagon, so let me go try to raid his house, get these information.
It's very well protected. I protect my house.
And even if it is well protected, it's still not as well protected.
There's pictures all over the yard.
Like, I'm sorry if you believe that, Trump is innocent in that, but if he brought classified documents to his home, then I would assume that he's,
I think it's fair game, but it's not, because how many other people have done this kind of shit and have kind of been like swept under the carpet? So when I mean
being treated differently because the government doesn't like Trump.
Yeah. So
okay.
Let's think about it. Yeah, because all the Democrats are like, oh God, Trump attacks us Democrats, and we're lately from it seems we're the biggest, sketchiest fucking people. Please don't search us. Mm-hmm. But you always hear about Hillary Clinton and the fucking emails and the shit that went down, and she's still walking free. You hear about, hate to bash on the Clintons, but you hear, I guess they were part of the Epstein Island. I don't know how true that is. It might be a rumor I heard.
No, there was apparently a bunch of Hollywood people and government people.
You know what I mean, though? So, I mean, if and yeah, you hate celebrities and shit, but I don't think they're as bad as politicians who kind of have, like, an upper hand on things to a certain degree. So that's the thing that I'm like, okay, well, if you're going to do this with him, then might as well start doing it with all you fucking crooked fucking politicians.
Yeah.
And let's start searching all your fucking houses.
I'm down for that.
But since it's because, we got all the House and we got the Senate, we're all these Democrats. Oh, no. Please don't attack us. Wait, it's not us. It's the Republicans and it's Trump and Trump. Right. So, to me, it feels like, as usual, that they gotta find a scapegoat. They gotta find an enemy. They gotta regain their political power this November. So they point to Republicans and they point to Trump. Trump is out of office. I don't know why. I don't even hear much about Trump.
Yeah.
And they're still on fucking Biden, like the last president, that guy, my predecessor. Or Pelosi bashes it, or everybody bashes the guy.
It's always the same. It's always the same.
And it's like he's gone. Like he's gone. Like I don't think Trump bashed this much Obama.
Not while
when he was president.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like I don't remember hearing Trump like the last guy. Obama, he did some things, and he ruined the country, but I'm here to, you didn't hear that.
Save the day.
You just hear him say, I'm going to make America great, and you're like, okay, sure, whatever. We'll see where this goes. Yeah. You know what I mean? But he's gone, and even news sources are the same way. Oh, like the last President Trump said this and this. I'm like, the guy's gone. Like, pick on the fucking old farts that you have now. But they just love me. They love me too much. I bring in ratings.
Talking about me. I'm easy to talk about.
I'm bringing ratings. Lots of ratings. I bring them in. People love me. They love talking about me. Now they want to search my home. They can search my clothes. I had to be frisked by women.
Oh, did you see that picture of him?
No.
Oh my God. I know why he got the spray tans now. That dude looks sick. He looks like he has cancer. He looks like he belongs on his deathbed. Like... he looks awful.
He's like 70s.
No hair, no toupee on. This is like when he was golfing. It looks like he's been sun tanned, like leather skin, and he looks like he's 85 years old. You can look it up. It's bad.
I mean,
I know he's like 70 plus, but he looks like he's 85. It's pretty bad.
It makes sense.
I mean,
if that's what he needs to do to look decent, I think it looks better.
Orange.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, but let's be honest.
Cheeto.
I lay naked out in the tanning by the pool.
Let's be honest, though. People that are that old don't belong in office anyways. I don't think Biden should be in office. I don't think Trump should have been in office. I don't think...
It's funny, but I agree with you and I don't agree with you because if you're mentally capable and you can bring us out of certain things, sure. Like, Trump brought us out of things. It's just the media and everybody was hating on him.
Well, this is what I hated.
But, think about it. He went down to North Korea. He talked to Koreans. He talked to Russia. He talked to the Pope. He was going down the board. The guy was going all over the place and making pieces and even kind of changed the world for a bit where North Korea made peace with South and all this shit. And it just feels like the minute he was out, it just went all downhill. You know what I mean? Russia was scared of us because we had a fucking... he didn't know what the fuck a guy was gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I don't want to fuck with him.
And Biden comes in and goes, we're gonna take the troops out of Afghanistan, and then Russia went after Ukraine because we looked weak. All this shit. Now we were predictable. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm with you that I do believe we need fresh faces, but you went from aware of how he was playing the game, old guy, to a doesn't know what day it is or where the fuck he's at, old guy. And it's, needs to read a teleprompter to the point where it's like, turn left to people and raise hand. Come on. It's like, dude.
So, and I love little kids jumping on my lap.
Yeah. You smell like lavender. So,
dude,
what were you going to say?
Huh?
What were you going to say?
I don't know. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
But that Biden clips, he has there's a bunch of them for 10 minutes or whatever of him just saying the craziest shit. And every time I watch it, I see it on Facebook, I laugh every single fucking time. It's like, what the fuck?
We're watching 20 minutes of him I send it to you.
Yeah.
Just saying her nonsense. I'm dying of laughter.
It's like, oh my God.
So from running into people's homes, we go into running into people with golf carts. So in Galveston City Council weighs banning golf cart rentals after fatal accident involves suspected drunk driver. So a recent incident in which a suspected drunk driver killed 4 people riding a golf cart in Galveston, Texas.
4 people with a golf cart? 4?
Yes.
Killed?
Yes. Well, we'll read into it, but...
And the driver didn't die?
Now has officials from the island city considering banning rentals of the vehicle altogether. The victims from Rosenberg, which included 2 children ages 14 and 4, died last Saturday around 11:30 p.m. after Miguel Espinosa, who was drunk, blew through a stop sign in his SUV and crashed into a Dodge pickup truck and the golf cart. Galveston police told Fox 26 Houston. The collision also left 2 people in critical condition, and Espinosa, who is charged with 4 counts of intoxicated manslaughter, is being held on $400,000 bond. At a Galveston City Council meeting Thursday night, members discussed new restrictions for the 1,743 permitted golf carts in the city, including banning children under 12 from riding in them, prohibiting nighttime driving, and banning golf cart rental companies outright. Fox 26 Houston reported Galveston police told the station that out of the 32 golf cart accidents between June 2021 to August 2022, 12 resulted in injuries, 2 of which led to death.
I have a couple questions. You said that there was an SUV.
Yeah.
And what else? Like a truck?
Yeah. So
where did this golf cart come in?
So I thought, I know.
Because you said that someone blew through a thing.
It made it, yeah. So I think what happened here, because I thought he was running around a killing spree on this golf cart.
The golf cart was driving into somebody and killed people.
This is a shitty article because they fucked you over with the title and give you something else. But
okay,
I think what happened here is the children were riding the golf cart.
Yeah,
and then this guy came in,
the SUV,
hit them, and then hit another vehicle, I guess, nearby, and that's kind of what happened. There's 2 kids in the golf cart, 2 kids in the other car, and obviously this drunk, intoxicated guy
driving the golf cart.
So yeah,
right?
No, driving an SUV. The kids were driving the golf cart.
I don't understand. So how is it the golf cart's fault?
There was kids driving it.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with it.
I know.
If a kid was driving a golf cart and they were just driving like they should, and then someone else hits them, how is it their fault or the golf cart's fault? That's not even the same thing as the gun control issue where it's like, oh, it's the gun's fault. No. It's not even the same thing. It's like saying someone someone that is drunk grabs someone else's gun and uses it to kill people. It's like it's not their fault or the gun's fault.
Yeah.
It's the other person's fault. So where is this coming? Why now we can't rent golf carts anymore because someone else ran into a golf cart?
Sorry, guys. We usually go off the title. We don't go off the article. We read you the article after.
Yeah.
We went off titles.
That is
that was
ridiculous.
Yeah, because I thought literally because right doesn't the title say golf cart kills kids?
Yeah.
Oh, it just says Waze banning golf cart rentals after fatal accident involving suspected drunk driver. Which makes you feel like he was drunk on the golf cart and he fucking started hitting ducks and children.
Fucking ridiculous, dude. Doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry. I should have taken that.
The geese attacked our plane, so let's kill the deer.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. Don't you hear that a lot? Elon Musk! Jeez.
You're a popular man today.
Elon Musk and that money. So next up, we go from... I'm Sam, and I'm Carly. Or that's the other way around, right?
Carly and Sam.
Carly.
Yeah.
So Jeanette McCurdy, which, if you remember, if you're from our era, played Sam on iCarly. She wrote a book, and she's obviously a former Nickelodeon star. Jeanette McCurdy made it out of a child's stardom unscathed, or so people thought. On the outside, the iCarly actress, who portrayed Sam Puckett to a generation of kids, abided by the bubblegum standard for young stars and largely avoided public scandals. In 2017, she left the industry quietly, remaining absent from the recent iCarly reboot on Paramount+, But now McCurdy 30 is exposing the harrowing details of what really went on behind the scenes. Her first memoir, quote, I'm glad my mom died, end quote.
The name of the title. Or the name of the book.
Yeah, it's the name of the book.
Yeah.
Uses dark humor to explore the traumas of early fame in an industry she never wanted to join. It was all for her. Narcissistic mother, Debbie, who before dying of breast cancer in 2013, allegedly steered her daughter in compromising situations instead of providing love and support. McCurdy says her mother conditioned her into eating disorder and administered breast and genital examinations, allegedly to check for cancerous lumps until she was 16. The title of her first book is intentionally harsh and to some inappropriate. After all, it's a societal expectation that love for our family members must be unconditional. Quote, I love a bold title and I never would have titled it that if I didn't feel like I earned it in the writing of the book, end quote. McCurdy tells USA Today, I quote, I definitely would not have been able to confront or face my experience of eating disorder had my mother not passed away, ... because my eating disorder were so endorsed and supported and encouraged by her, end quote. Another quote again, if you really want to know how to stay small, there's a secret you can do. It's called calorie restrictions. I guess that's what her mom told her. From that moment, McCurdy learned to survive on 1,000, sometimes 500 calorie a day. Her anorexia eventually spiraled into binge eating, then bulimia. Part of it was an effort to maintain her already petite stature, but mostly it was a desperate attempt to bond with and impress her mother, who she says also exhibited distorted eating.
So that's what the book was about.
What are you doing?
Get this fucking lid off.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the fucking lid off.
Why?
Because Jesus Christ. So the book was about
second to last.
Okay. The book was about how her mom made her do or be a child star.
It was pretty much, yeah.
And she didn't want to. So that okay. Have you ever seen? Oh fuck! What was the name of this goddamn? Have you ever seen Jessica Jones?
No. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Okay, then Lucifer. They're both TV shows.
No.
Well, in both of those TV shows, they have the little girl who's beauty pageant type bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. And then becoming an actor or becoming some type of model. And it's always the same story. And I think the reason they do those tropes so much is because of how often it actually happens. And I don't doubt this at all. And I totally sympathize with
this kind of relates to I saw an episode, I saw a thing, but it's I don't remember what it's called.
What?
But it's about a girl and her mom. Mm-hmm. And the girl is sick. I say that in quotes. Is sick. And the mom pretty much starts drugging her up and telling her she's sick and lets the doctors.
Is this the one where she like cuts off her hair or something?
Yeah, well, something like that. And then long story short, in the end, the girl finds out the mom is fucked in the head and she's a girl that's absolutely fine and she didn't need to be fed by tubes and shit.
And she killed her?
And killed her.
Yeah, I know that story.
And now she's in jail.
Yeah.
And she talks like very sweet, like, oh yes, you know what I mean? But
she's like 40 now or something.
But obviously it's there's different mental states and names are called different, but it almost feels like that. That you're
it's similar, but but in this case the mom is like the mom was like not only narcissistic, like how most of them are,
greedy, hungry,
but she's also like what's the word? Like bipolar and depressed and all the other shit. That
that's what she had to go through because of that.
Well, I know. So like this, the daughter was like, "Oh, I'm gonna use my illness on you, and then you're gonna end up killing me 20 years later."
But it sucks, man, because I really liked that character of Sam. She was like my favorite one out of those. Yeah. That and the Gibby kid. So when they talk about the Paramount Plus reboot,
I haven't seen it still, but she does cuss in it. I know that.
Yeah, They're what Hillary Duff wanted to do with Lizzie McGuire.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing that Lizzie McGuire...
and Lizzie McGuire's like, no, fuck that.
Well, Hillary Duff wanted to do, okay, if we're going to reboot it, they got to be grown up, and they got to be how grown-ups act.
Yeah.
And I think Disney shut it down.
Well, Disney or Nickelodeon?
No, Disney. Disney said, no, it's going to be like where we left off. And she's like, well, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
Because you're just fooling the audience.
Yeah. It's like,
and obviously...
adults don't act like...
Yeah.
You know, cartoons
and iCarly is like, well, we were from an era with children... And we grew up with these guys, so we're gonna be the same age they are now, which I thought makes sense. Makes you feel good. There's a follow up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So next up is so we go from feeling so good and sweet that killing your mom, that your mom died, to running out of candy because that's sweet too. Sure. So Hershey won't meet your Halloween candy demands, the company says. Trick or treat? Question mark. If it's a Hershey treat, Halloween might get really scary. Oh my god, this article is stupid. The candy company said it won't be able to make enough candy to fully meet holiday demand this year. They say the problem is that people started buying more sweets during the pandemic, and it hasn't slowed down. Not to mention the ongoing chain issues that got worse because of the war in Ukraine. Oh my god.
No,
we get cocoa from South America.
Yeah, exactly.
We do not get it from Ukraine. You blind bastards.
That's not even real.
So Hershey's CEO said they can either keep stores stocked with regular sweets or ramp up holiday production and regular sweets won out. As for next year, Hershey is adding more manufacturing lines, hoping for a comeback by next Halloween. So be prepared to lose another farmland to an abandoned warehouse near you. So, yeah, I don't know.
So
I like Hershey's.
What I'm going to say about this is that if that made a headline, Hershey's is one company that makes candy. Okay,
right. I think it's the bigger one.
Mars is another big one.
I feel like Mars comes in second compared to Hershey's.
And then there's like what's the Willy Wonka one? It's like Nerds and. It's like gummy candies and hard candies and shit.
Sweet tarts? I don't know.
Well, I'm not sure of the name, but there's three big names, right?
Right.
And not all of candy relies on chocolate. But like, why are they specifically saying that Hershey's candies?
Because it's affected by Ukraine.
Is affected by Ukraine? Like, I mean, they're just making shit up at this point. They're just like, oh, we need to throw out something about just to scare people to maybe try to buy candy early, so that way we can get all this shit off the shelves and
right. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
it's like because I mean, when they make candy, they put an expiration date on it, right? But that's not for like a year or more. Yeah, they could make it all right now and put it in stores and sell it all before Halloween starts, right? Yeah. And odds are they're going to because it's almost September, October, right?
Yes, yes. I'm glad you know your months.
I mean, like they could do it right now, but it's like, oh no, we're gonna run out of candy.
We're gonna go get it now. Hurry!
It's fucking stupid.
Oh, kids, get in the van. They're running out of Hershey's. Everybody, get in. Oh no, I love Mr. Good Bars. You're staying. You're the black sheep one. Stay in the house. We're going for Hershey chocolate bars, not Mr. Good Bar. Get in the house, Timmy. You know what? Hide in the closet.
I've never had a Good Bar before.
Huh?
Is it good? The Good Bar?
Okay. They're okay.
It's as good as a chocolate taco.
It's just they're not as common as a Hershey bar.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
I've also never had a Payday. Well, actually, I haven't had a Payday. I haven't had Almond Joy.
Paydays are pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like the nuts, don't you?
I love them.
The salty ones?
The salty and then just the nice, thick, hard rod down the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Of caramel. Chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Like licking it?
Yeah.
You take a bite and you're like, oh.
Yeah. I was like, I love lumpy, hard, long things.
Covered in chocolate.
Yeah. Covered in salt. Yeah. And sweet in the middle. Yeah. God. I'm cringing of disgust. Or am I?
Moving on.
Moving on, yeah. So from chocolates tasting so sweet to children tasting so sweet that a shark had to bit the fuck out of him. I tried to do these things. They went so smooth last week. So thank you, fake audience. Oh man. So Finley Downer was bitten on both legs by at least 3 nurse sharks after going into a lagoon.
Oh my God,
where he saw the sharks swimming among a crowd of people. His father, Michael, told the Sun, however, the child reportedly didn't realize the sharks were being fed scraps of food when they went in the water. Quote, there was so much blood, end quote, Michael told the outlet. Bits of his leg were hanging off. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus.
As Finley screamed for help, his 12-year-old sister managed to pull him out of the lagoon by his arms, and reports said he was rushed to a hospital for treatment and underwent a 3-hour operation. However, tour operator Exuma Escapes told the outlet that the family went without a guide into a lagoon that was not used on its tour.
This is Florida?
The Bahamas.
Ah, okay.
Finley and his family returned to their home in Kettering, a town in England. The boy has had to use a wheelchair and is expected to have permanent scarring on his legs.
Yeah,
the report said.
Some pieces hanging off.
So this next little bit is kind of interesting. Nurse sharks are bottom dwellers that are slow moving and won't typically harm humans, according to National Geographic, because that's where we all learn about animals. However, the shark have been known to bite a human with their strong jaws, filled with thousands of serrated teeth and acts of defense. When I read that, my first thought is, it was a dumb kid pestering sharks, and they got irritated and just went for his legs.
So this was going to be my assumption.
Take on
So
it.
you said that while they were being fed, how far away was the kid when they were being fed? Because I would assume that something that's not giving off blood, like the smell of blood, they'd be safe for like 50 yards, right? But like if you're within the feeding range and you're like, oh, look, they're throwing in dead fish to feed the sharks, and they jump in right next to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like relatively close. That's just a stupid thing to do.
Well, that's a good
And on
point.
top of that, where the fuck were the parents? Oh, they're going there, little Timmy.
Yeah, well, they left the tour.
Like
They left the tour guide thing, so they fucked up. Like, I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but
I mean, I don't hate to say it. This is how you teach kids. Not how, but
it's
like this is like why you don't do dumb shit.
exactly.
Right.
It's
Let me climb into the cage with the gorilla. Let me
let me go touch the buffalo at
Yeah.
fucking Yellowstone National Park.
It's like, what's it called? Survival of the fittest, and where people like
I wish
just
we
get
had
killed
more
off
of
because
that.
they're idiots.
There's
What's
so
that
many
called?
fucking idiots.
It's called God damn it, I forgot the name of it. Darwin.
Darwin.
Yeah.
Darwin steering.
Yeah.
That's what you're trying to say there,
The
pal.
stupidest person will die first.
This is true.
Yeah.
But yet we, as a society, these are the people we push. These are the people we bring to the top. This is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all hail little Finley for being so brave.
Such a brave little
It was
boy.
like
You
the
jumped in
idiot
next to
walked
sharks.
into sharks, and they left their tour guide. Like, that's not smart at all.
The title should have been "Idiot Boy Decides to Swim with Sharks
Idiot boy.
During Feeding Time."
That's great. Little retard child doesn't understand. Stick with your parents and your tour guide.
Fucking stupid.
I want to go feed the sharks. Ooh. Ah, my legs! Ah, help me! Here comes the sister. I'll help you, Finley. And then
Where are your legs?
oh my God, your toes! They've been nibbled.
This little piggy isn't there. This little piggy isn't there either. This little piggy.
That's what the sharks did. They went and counted little piggies off his toes. Oh my God. So from sharks killing children to a wife trying to kill her doctor husband, a California radiologist says he has video evidence. That's right. Of his wife, a dermatologist, spiking his drinks with dangerous household chemicals on multiple occasions, after he developed internal injuries and hid cameras in their kitchen. Irvine police arrested 45-year-old dermatologist Dr. Yue Yu.
Oh, she's Asian.
I've been seeing this a lot, and I'm going to fucking read the next sentence, but we kind of have to go into it before I read the rest. Okay? I'm going to read you.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Okay? So, dermatologist Dr. Yu, who also goes by Emily. Where the fuck are they getting these names? Where do you get Emily out of UA?
So it's like a nickname of Emily?
It's like when Asian people tell you, oh, hello there, my name is Kim. Or, oh, hello, my name is Sam. It's like, I'm pretty sure it's not. It's like Mahaka Haka Huka. It's like, where Hawaiian? The fuck are you getting Sam and Kim and Emily? Like, where are you getting this?
It's got to be some type of it's like maybe they work together or something, and then something happened, or
I'm going to America. American people not gonna know how to say you yatu matu wata. So I shortened to American name Sue Ellen. It's like what?
Sue Ellen.
Sure, Sue Ellen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
though
yeah.
It's like, where do you come up with this? UAU, who also goes by Emily, last week on suspicion of poisoning. She has not yet been formally charged. According to the Orange County District Attorney's Office, Dr. Jack Chen, I'm pretty sure Jack ain't even his real name.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like they're both Asian.
Yeah, her 53-year-old husband filed for an order of protection Friday. Quote, I might be a stereotype.
Just do it.
I am fearful of being in the same home and in the presence of respondent due to respondent's recorded attempt to poison me with Drano. Chen's request for a domestic violence restraining order reads, Drano is a brand name, for those that don't know, a chemical drain cleaner that the U.S. government describes as, quote, very dangerous if ingested, inhaled, or placed in contact with the skin or eye.
It's basically acid.
Yeah, pretty much to clean up the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this is another quote, so fuck it, stereotype it is. On 3 separate occasions I have video of her pouring Drano taken from under our kitchen sink and pouring it into my lemonade. I drink it hot.
You deserve to die for drinking lemonade hot.
Right?
What the
I drink
fuck?
it hot. He wrote in a petition to the court. Chen put the camera in place after becoming suspicious in March and April after noticing, quote, a chemical test in his lemonade and being diagnosed with ulcers, gastritis, and use
your words.
Esophagitis.
Bless you.
Thank you. I almost said never mind.
Vagitis.
Well, the PH and the AG made me.
Okay.
Someone say something else.
Yeah,
according to the filing.
Proud of you.
Thank you. We can't say that word no more. In one instance, he said he covered his drink with plastic wrap, and she allegedly peeled it off, spiked the drink, and replaced the covering. According to the filing, the couple got married on July 4th. Oh, in America, Freedom Day. And soon had 2 children. After the children were born, I became concerned about Emily's behavior, Chen wrote. At one point, he alleged she demanded a massage, and he declined because he was sick. Quote, she stepped on my head until I did, and also began hiding money from me, he wrote in the filing. He claimed his wife and mother-in-law, here we go, Yuquin, quote, Amy, end quote, Goo, verbally and emotionally abused him for years. And
so you got Amy and Emily now. Okay,
yeah,
good.
And Jack.
Yeah, and Jack. This sounds like an episode of like The Americans.
We're trying to be Americana.
Yeah.
And emotionally abused him for years and also belittled the children and isolated them from their cousins and friends. Miss Emily Yu vehemently and unequivocally denies ever attempting to poison her husband or anyone else. He told Fox News Digital in a statement Tuesday, as a well-respected physician, her goal has always been to help people and never to harm people. Well, because you don't want to lose them customers now, do you?
Yeah.
According, she also strongly denies her husband's claims of abusing him and their children emotionally and physically.
So this is what I'm going to say about the whole Drano thing. If he wasn't in the same room with her, and she pours it in and walks off camera with it, then technically you can never actually say that he was poisoned. If she poured it in and he was like reading a paper or something like that, and then gave it to him on camera, and he drank it, then you'd have a case because it's right there.
She's been trying to though, because remember he had
he's obviously having.
He caught her doing it in the act, but he
caught her doing it in the act.
Yeah, remember I just said he's had ulcers and he has other things.
No, that's not getting caught in the act. That could be.
Well, no, but she's been doing it where he's had these symptoms.
But you don't know that. That's what I'm saying.
How do you not know?
What I'm saying is,
to it and you just got caught.
No. What I'm saying is, you can get caught on camera.
That's like saying you've been stabbed in the back, but you don't know about it because you didn't see them stab you.
Exactly. That's just circumstantial evidence. Sense.
You've been stabbed either way.
It's circumstantial. That's what I'm trying to say.
She hasn't been charged. Then the murder comes back because they always come back to this place of the crime.
She hasn't been charged because there's no actual evidence of her poisoning him. Just I poured Drano in a drink.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. And listen, and hear me out. But the thing is, she could get charged with conspiracy to commit murder via poisoning.
Why is she putting Drano in the lemonade?
I don't know. This is a free country. You can do whatever you want. That's what I'm trying to say.
Who was going to get it?
Doesn't matter. She could have just dumped it out. That's what I'm trying to say. It's unless you have you have evidence. Now you could convince a jury that she was trying to kill her husband.
It's so obvious. It's right there.
I know.
Are you sure? Because you feel like you're going to be Mr. Captain Save-A-Ho.
The reason,
defend her.
Captain Saving Emily.
Yeah, Captain Saving Emily. It's a new version of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah. No, all I'm trying to say is because that's the reason she hasn't gotten charged yet. I'm not saying that I want to defend her. She absolutely fucking did it. But the reason she hasn't been charged for it is because they need something to stick so that way she can go to jail and get fined a shitload of money because she was trying to murder somebody.
Yeah. Remember, real quick, I'm going to go off topic, but similar to this. Remember, we talked like a few episodes ago, way back, about the OnlyFans model who killed a guy. Mm-hmm. So they just released a video of where she's like smacking him and all this shit, but
like killing him.
Yeah, it's an elevator video, and that's where she starts like beating the fuck out of him and all that shit. Kind of leads into the death of that guy.
Okay,
but it kind of makes you wonder. Like, I was listening on the radio, and they were talking about how he saw the video and went to the comments. And everybody who was black was like, well, that's what you get for dating a white girl. And it's just like, you know what I mean? But but he also brought up a good fact because it was one of those, when a guy smacks the fuck out of a girl, it's like, what a horrible person.
Right.
But when a girl beats the fuck out of a guy, it's like, what did he do to you? And it's like,
no. Not that. It's like, people don't like seeing women as the I'm
trying to say is like what did he do wrong? You know, like how badly did you fuck up for her to beat you up? Right. But it's like whoa, maybe it's the other way around.
That's why I liked the Johnny Depp verdict because it brought light to females getting away with
it's not
abuse.
Always, yeah.
It's like the definition of abuse for women is totally different than what it is for men. Yeah, like it could be literally you're getting stabbed by your wife, and that is not
all the
abuse.
Like psycho.
But then you slap her once, and that's abuse. You know, and it's like that's bullshit. It's if you're gonna want equal rights and all this other shit, then you're gonna take the same exact punishment.
I'm with you. So I'm with you. If a woman smacks you, you smack that bitch back.
Yep.
Because you're
you both go to jail,
and you're an equal opportunist.
Yeah.
That's.
But I'm gonna say this right now: if you get slapped by your wife, like let's say you got married to your girlfriend, and she slaps you, and you're like, "I'm sick of this shit. I'm going to the court. I'm gonna get a divorce or whatever." Then and you try to take whatever. The judge would be like, "Oh, she only slapped you once. Case dismissed." But if you slapped her, you're going to jail.
Yeah, you're going to jail. I'm with it.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
Bullshit, and that's why women think they can get away with everything because they just play little. That's why they act all fucking victim, like, oh no, I was a victim. Oh, I was this, I was that. It's like, you bitch, you led to it. You were the cause of it. You're the one that's fucked, and you fucking probably triggered him. Oh, well, from murdering your husband, we now go to racism. And,
perfect transition.
And thank you. And This is a female character, but I'm gonna do my best.
Okay, all right.
Hi, hola, I'm Rosita.
Oh, I thought it was
Can
Dora.
you say racist? Racista? I got canceled because I'm racist.
Apparently.
Adios. So, for those
I only existed for 8 months.
yeah. So for those that don't know, I'm gonna summarize it real quick before I go into the article. Rosita, and this doesn't, I'm just gonna read the article. It explains who Rosita is. Real quick, she's a fucking Muppet from Sesame Street, and she's bilingual and from Mexico. Keep that in mind. A little monster Muppet. So, Sesame Place, which is a theme park based on Sesame Street, have canceled the character Rosita by banning her from meet and greets and daily parade after a family launched a $25 million lawsuit against the park. DailyMail.com can reveal that the bilingual Muppet from Mexico is slowly being erased from the theme park in Philadelphia, with staff claiming she has been removed in the wake of the controversy. A mother slammed the character as racist. Mind you, they were black. Keep that in mind. Gotta play that damn race card. Sorry, Josh.
No, I get. That's a fact.
Yeah. So blame as racist after filming Rosita seemingly ignoring her daughter and niece as they reach out to the character during the parade last month. The two little girls eagerly reached out to the blue character. Keep that in mind, blue character, who was introduced to the expanded diversity of Sesame Street. Right? Because they gotta, everybody's gotta have a Muppet to relate to.
What if she didn't touch an Asian hand?
We'll get there. So, expanded diversity of Sesame Street, who has seen shaking their finger at them, as in a no way, before allegedly hugging the little white girl next to them.
Oh,
that's bullshit. I did not see that at all.
Well, are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't remember seeing a white girl.
Well, did you watch is there a whole video of it?
Oh, well, it should be. Multiple buildings with the costume characters' face on them have reportedly remained closed since the incident in July, with staff claiming that she has been canceled. Rosita's Casina restaurant has reportedly been closed for weeks despite the busy summer period. One staff member told Daily Mail, with recent events, Rosita hasn't been around much anymore. She's been taken off the parade entirely since the racism allegations. None of the characters walk the street in the parade anymore, and any meet and greets for her have been called off. That is all because of the allegations. They don't want anyone potentially making the same claims. Essentially, Rosita has been canceled, and I don't think she'll be back anytime soon, another said. The Rosita's restaurant has been closed for the last few weeks. There hasn't been a real explanation as to why, but staff are assuming it could be due with the accusations. The meet and greets have also changed recently, but that could also be because of the heat with some other characters. The character has not been removed from the latest series of the TV show, which premieres on HBO Max in November of last year.
The character hasn't been or has been?
Yeah, it has. What?
The character hasn't been removed from the TV show?
No.
So
just the
theme park and all that other shit? Okay.
Just the costume with a person in it has been removed. The costume with a person in it has been removed. And the costume,
and the restaurant, and
character is the racist one.
Well,
not the guy in the suit.
Oh,
not the guy. Listen, I never been in one of those suits, but I'm assuming it's pretty hard to fucking see.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull up the video here for you if I can find it.
So really fast, I want to say this.
Sure, go ahead.
If the video shows the character, because obviously the character can't say hi to every single person, right? Like maybe they have to choose once every 5 people or something like that, right?
Wait, what?
But if she actively chose to ignore them and or tell them no and touch the kid or whatever next to them, then I'd be pretty upset too. I didn't know that part. Right. I thought it was just the mom overreacted because they just walked by and waved and then kept going instead of saying hi, because maybe the parade is going too quickly and they need to catch up. That makes sense. But if they're oh, I have time to meet and greet with people, but I'm not going to do it with your kids, I'm going to do it with the kid next to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You find it?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Give me a second here.
Well, just send me the Send me the link.
Here. I'll just play it for you.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see.
So, I mean, if you want to explain it, you can. So you'll see the two little black girls there.
Yeah.
Okay,
so it's like a...
And you'll see her wave no to somebody else. Like, she almost has to catch up to the parade.
Oh, wait a second. No. Hang on. Go back. So she gave a high five to her.
She gave a high five.
But she shook
Someone else tried to get another one. She said no. Almost like she has to catch up to the parade.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she said no to the black girls. But of course, the mom had to push. No, girls, Rosita hates you because your color of your skin. Because, we gotta teach children that shit.
Well, hang on.
There's more to the video, but I don't know if it's a different angle.
Well, this is definitely... Okay. So Rosie is walking down, and she ignores the black kid. Another one. Didn't even look at him.
Look how tall she is, too. Look how tall that fucking costume is.
But this is multiple occasions, it looks like. She hugged that kid, but didn't hug the other kid.
This only happened once, because obviously it's the big
No, this is multiple things.
What do you mean?
This is a 1 minute and 45 second video, and there's 3 separate occasions where a black kid didn't get touched. Like high five or hug or whatever.
Oh, it's a
compilation. So that actually might hold some water, that lawsuit.
But it's not the costume. They're canceling a character.
But how do you...
This is like Scooby-Doo shit. Take the fucking mask off and say, oh, old man Jenkins, no wonder you're being the racist. Oh, if it wasn't been for you strangling kids.
That's what I'm saying, though.
You're canceling something that has, for fuck's sakes, a Muppet is someone's fucking hand up a fucking piece of cloth. And styrofoam wrapped in fur. Like, I don't understand. Rosita should be canceled. No. Get the guy in the suit and say, yo, what happened?
I'm going to say about that. How do you know? Because that's separate occasions. How do you know that it wasn't different people in that costume? It could have been multiple people doing the same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? So, if it was the same person, they always do it, then yeah, that makes sense. Replace the person. But if it's a recurring thing, then either the character's fucked, or the people that are training the characters.
Why this hasn't been brought up all the other... I know we just saw a compilation.
Yeah.
But don't you think they probably ignore other children too because they got to keep going?
Yeah, like Elmo or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you think they got to ignore the Asian kid, the Mexican kid, the white kid?
If they were to watch every single Muppet and like everyone has their phones out and everyone's recording every single thing, interaction, it would probably be the same thing. But because of the first time and the person made a big stink about it, and now everyone's watching just one character, like all eyes on this character, they're like, nah, fuck that shit.
Don't you think it should be... Well, it just isn't... I don't think it's a racist thing. It was more of they're trying to do their job. So let's put it this way. If Simba is walking around in Disneyland and he's by the Simba float, and he all of a sudden is waving and giving attention to every child, but then notices that the float is getting 15 feet away and he's now mixed in with the Alice in Wonderland fucking crew.
Yeah, he needs to worry.
Wouldn't he just be like, I gotta go, I can't, I gotta go, I gotta catch up with my little section float? That's the vibe I got with that.
Yeah, and
that he's not ignoring you. He says no to somebody else. Or she, whatever, whoever's in that
He high fives some white woman
and then says no to somebody
else.
And then the kids.
Yeah.
Because he's got to catch up with the thing.
Yeah.
But the mom had to be like, "That little Rosita hates you because the color of your skin, girls." It's like, no.
I mean, at the very least,
I question the guy in the suit, not the fucking...
I feel like at the very least it merits an investigation of some kind.
But they're not questioning the fucking guy in the suit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The investigation of the person in the
character. Therefore, we have to destroy the character. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like there's someone who controls that.
Yeah.
Ask the person who's controlling it.
Yeah.
Don't cancel the character. I'm Mexican, and I find you racist, you dumb black mom that ruined Rosita, because she represents us Mexican kids. You fucking racist douche. And I can call you 100 other things more, But I'm not, because you know what? I have some kind of thing called integrity or something. I don't know what it's called. Okay? But fuck you. Okay? Where's my representation? Because you canceled Rosita. Maybe I need to perfect my Spanish from my homeland, where she came from.
True.
What the fuck? Where's... I'm gonna start a movement. It's gonna be the Mexicans.
My blood's boiling.
Mexicans for Rosita to be uncanceled.
Uncancel Rosita.
Yeah, what the fuck? You had... The fuck, man? What the fuck?
Where's the black one?
Huh?
There should be like a black Muppet. Isn't there a black Muppet? Pretty sure there is.
Grover's pretty black.
They should have a black Muppet that sounds like they're from Louisiana.
Oh, you want to hear something douchey I was gonna say?
Huh?
You guys do have representation. It's Oscar the Grouch.
Bruh. Wait, he's the homeless one, right? God damn. The one living in a fucking trash can.
Sorry. Oh, okay. You want a better one?
Huh?
You guys are Snuffy.
Who's that?
The elephant that everyone thought was imaginary and didn't exist.
I've never heard of it.
No.
I don't watch the Muppets.
Yeah.
I've never watched the Muppets in my
It's
entire
not
life.
Muppets. It's Sesame Street.
Oh, wasn't the same thing?
Hey, by the way, we joke lighthearted here. Well, we don't. We joke pretty dark, but we don't mean it. So don't be like, oh no, you're racist. Racism. Remember, my fucking Muppet that represented my culture just got canceled by some lady who's showing racism to her children.
Hey.
So how fucked up is that? I want to be fucking represented too, like the handicapped girl and the Down syndrome girl and all those.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
What do they do for the Down syndrome one? Do they I feel
Are you
like
laughing? You fucking sick fuck. Are you laughing at a Down syndrome?
No, but
Muppet?
listen. There's all different kinds of Down syndrome. I mean, there's like 2 or 3 major ones, but there's all different kinds, and like just like autism. But like, how do they go about representing it without it being offensive?
No, I don't know if she has Down syndrome. I know she's...
Well, you said there's just like Down syndrome.
It's a Muppet on the spectrum.
Oh, so it's an autistic one then?
I guess.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Okay. So I was gonna say, it's like, what if it's like a mongoloid?
That sounds horrible.
What?
A Muppet on the spectrum, a person on the spectrum, feels like you're just a data number.
Well, you kind of are.
You're not really a person.
But it's hard to say.
She has autism.
It's hard. Right. It's hard to say that you have autism, and then they say, "Oh, where are you? Like, how autistic are you?" You know what I'm saying? And they just say that you could just say, "I'm on the spectrum," but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're like really low functioning. It also doesn't necessarily mean that you're really high functioning. So,
right,
you know, the high functioning ones are like, you know, they focus on numbers and shit like that.
They're smart.
And the ones that are low functioning are the ones that can't look you in the eye, that get, you know, overstimulated by like sounds and lights and shit. Those are the low functioning ones. So,
talking about people that hate sounds and shit. Oh, were you in that class with me? I don't think you were.
Oh god, you're about to say something awful.
Yeah, I'm gonna say something fucked up.
Okay, do it.
I was
Just do it.
in English in high school. I think it was like senior English, maybe.
Okay.
Do you remember that kid who said he had a bunch of like steel plates in his body?
That guy, I can't go into airports anymore.
yeah. And he's like, I even got one in my skull.
Yeah, he thought he was
Remember
cool.
we were in history class?
Yeah.
And then
it's like, good for you.
He goes, does everybody want to see? And it was like, oh boy, this guy's a weirdo. And the teacher's like, you don't have to. And he like straight up gets a fist and starts banging the fuck out of his skull.
Yeah.
At that point, it was like, oh my god. He's
autistic.
He's gonna cave his skull in.
Yeah.
So, and he goes, see? Which, I don't know, he must have been really retarded and just fell over there, or his parents just were really stupid and like dropped him multiple times.
But apparently he had like fucking 5 to 8 metal plates in his entire body or something like that. He had like one in his forearm.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. Like, maybe he has really brittle bones, or maybe he just did something that like really fucked his body up, and they just decided.
But I remember in English class, we had the teacher. The teacher was the wife of the the history teacher.
Oh yeah.
Don't say
I know you're saying.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, and it was me, huh?
Matt.
Yeah. And so we were in English, and some kid had an app on the phone where his dog whistles, and it was like, did you? And I don't know what it was, but he's like, did you know that at a certain age you can't hear?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
And we were like, oh, okay. So they played it, and they left it played. and everybody's turning, and the teacher could not hear it.
Yeah.
So we were all like,
Oh, ha ha.
through whispers,
Yeah.
it kind of, we all knew who it was, but we were in shock that she couldn't really listen to it. Then there was this plate boy, and plate boy goes, ah, and grabs his hands over his ear, like, ah, stop! Ah, that sound! And the teacher's looking at him like, oh boy, this one's special. It's like, she didn't say that, but she's like, what's wrong? You don't hear that? And she's like, all right, everybody, stay quiet. No, I don't. And he's like, please stop! And we're dying of laughter because he's just going insane. And the teacher goes like, all right, well, whoever's doing that, cut it out because just stop it. And she's like, I don't hear shit.
I was like, nothing. I can't hear anything, so it's
and he's
either
like,
you're making it up.
Please stop. We just laugh at him. But they shouldn't cancel a character. They should actually talk to the person in controlling the character.
Yeah, I mean that would only make sense, right?
Yeah, but they're not. We're tackling Rosita, and you know why they're tackling Rosita?
Because they hate the brand.
Because Rosita is a character of a probably $1 million corporation built by people like you, PBS shit. So obviously, well, they got the money. We're gonna go after Rosita, and it's like. No, like they know the person in there probably doesn't have shit money because he's working as a character. So let's tackle the character that's property of this, which is bullshit, and it's low because you're using racism for a form to get money, and you're ruining a representation of a goddamn culture. Thank you.
Very well said.
Thank you.
Very well said.
Thank you. So,
well.
I'm gonna go to Sesame Place and I'm gonna have the
You should bring a can of Rosita's beans.
Yes, I should.
Yeah.
I should.
Representation.
Yes, that's right. I love frijoles. We're gonna make tacos, and I'm like, yes, Rosita. Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Sí, Rosita. Sí. And that'll be the greatest Mexican Cinco de Mayo with a Muppet I've ever had day. I'm gonna go to Sesame Place and I'm gonna try to have the autism one avoid me. And then I'm going to sue the autism one.
You start screaming.
Yeah, and I'm going to be like, oh, you racist douche. It's because I'm Mexican. And ageism because I'm an older gentleman, not a child. And I watch the world
burned
flip over on me. Oh, that was an autism one. Oh, you know, maybe the autism character couldn't function and say hi to you. And it's like... There's someone in the fucking suit, man. You know what I mean, though? Does that make sense?
They should get an autistic person in that suit just to see what happens.
Oh, well.
No, I'm serious. Like, could you imagine
smacking people?
No. Because sometimes they get overstimulated. And they'll be like, like doing this and not wanting to be touched by people. That's how autistic people act sometimes.
Must bring a dog whistle.
Bro.
Watch it grab its ears and not scream, just grab its ears and shake its head. That's fucked up. It's all in a good manner.
Yeah, this is jokes. This is jokes.
It's for fucking jokes. You Karens ruining comedy out there. Well, this has been brought to you by Drano. Remember, if you find a Yungwon Cham, but known under as Kim, put Drano in their hot lemonade.
Hot lemonade.
That's
the only way to do it. It's like honey, but to make you shit.
Yep.
And give you ulcers.
Yep. Nothing says I need a nice hot drink of lemonade on a hot summer day. Remember, the word here is hot. Hot.
All right, that's going to be the show, everybody.
All right, everybody, follow us on YouTube and YouTube. We need them views. We want a plaque.
Yes.
I guess you get a plaque.
You do?
I guess.
Oh.
Do we get cake?
Sure.
We get a fucking cake if we get to a certain amount of fucking followers.
Fucking cake.
Fucking cake.
Fucking
cake. Cocky. We get fucking cocky. That's how you say cake in a different way. That's an ad.
I prefer the prefix with the boo.
What do you mean?
Anyways, so that's gonna be our show, everybody. Check us out on TikTok,
Twitch, Facebook,
Reddit, Facebook.
Listen to us
Instagram.
on Spotify.
Yep.
Facebook. Are we on Reddit?
Yes, we're on Reddit.
Oh,
I haven't been on Reddit.
It's like, well, I didn't know there was porn on Reddit.
Oh, there's a lot of porn
I
on
know.
Reddit, dude.
I know. I should use it for like smarter reasons, but I'm just like, fuck. I'm like, whoa.
There's everything on here.
These aren't plastic porn models. These are actually like the girl next door type of
Right,
things.
yeah. Amateurs gone wild.
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, let's give it a show, everybody. We'll see you next time. Check us out here next week.
Later.